All right, so I want to show you guys what to do if she starts trying to jump on somebody and how you should allow guests and people that she wants to say hi to say hi. So you want to make sure that you have the e-collar on her when people come over, as well as a leash at the beginning. So when people come to the door and they come inside, you want to make sure that they just completely ignore Finnlie. They don't look at her, they don't talk to her, anything like that. You should wait a few minutes until Finnlie has like really calmed down and is kind of almost disinterested in them before they're allowed to say hi. So Michaela's going to show you what to do. Hello, how's it going?
Well, how are you?
Good. She doesn't even notice you. Finnlie. Good. And if she goes up and she smells your guests, that's okay, but you just want to make sure that they're still not interacting with her. Good girl. So see, Michaela didn't do anything, and then Finnlie's like, okay, you're kind of boring, so I'm just going to move on. Instead of having that, you know, somebody comes through the door and there's the chaos of the dogs and there's the chaos of people, that sort of thing. So then once she's disinterested and she's calm, then Michaela can go up and say hi.
Okay, Finnlie. Hello.
Good. Good girl. Good job. How they should greet her is they should be very calm and not super overly excited, because that's going to make Finnlie then want to be overly excited and jump. So Michaela's going to show us how not to greet, and I'm going to show you what to do if she does jump.
Hi, Finnlie. Hello, puppy. What are you doing? Oh my goodness, you're so cute. You are so freaking cute. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness.
So she's getting excited, but she's not jumping up like she was, which is good. But you don't want to have, you saw how when Michaela got super excited, Finnlie started to get very spinny and very, you know, springy. So how you should have them greet is when they actually first come in, you should just have them completely ignore her. Like walk through the house, she doesn't exist, just keep walking, so that she doesn't have that anticipation of so much excitement right when they come in your doorway. Once things have settled down a little bit and they want to say hi and Finnlie's being good, then they can greet her, leave it, thank you. Then they can greet her like this. So you can just be calm and just walk up to her. Good, and then just calm pets. Good. So you saw the difference in how when Michaela is very calmly petting her, she was a lot more calm, but she was still pretty excitable. So one thing you want to make sure too is that if she starts getting very jumpy and very springy, you don't have your guests continue to pet her, because all that's doing is rewarding her for essentially jumping and doing that. And she thinks that, oh, if I keep doing this, I still get pets. So you also don't want to have them like push her off. Finnlie, you don't want to have them be like, oh, get down, oh, get down, oh. Because see, she doesn't think that that's a correction. She thinks that that's still fun and she's still getting the attention that she wants. So if she starts to jump, just have them stand straight up. Once she's back down 4 on the floor and she's calm again, then they can calmly come up and pet her. Good girl. Good. 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 Wait. Good. Good girl. So when I tell Finnlie to wait, she needs to stay behind the threshold. So right here, the threshold is going to be this doorway, and she can't go through it until I release her. So even if I walk through, no, wait. Good. So there, what I did is I just used the leash to get her back behind this post. Good. And I also used my body to create some spatial pressure to get her to back up. Now that she's sitting there and she's waiting, I'm going to reward her for that. Good girl. So that she knows that staying behind there, good things also come, instead of, oh, only the excitement and good things ever happen out here. Good. And then when I'm ready to release her, I'm just going to tell her, okay, free, and then she's allowed to come through. Okay, free. Good. Good girl, Finnlie. And then same thing too if I'm going back inside. Wait. This door opens. No. So you can also use the door or the gate for spatial pressure as well to get her to back up and stay back behind that threshold. Finnlie, wait. So I'm going to walk through. No. Good. So see there, I just simply started to close the gate. She backs up. Good. And then again, I'm going to reward her for that, for staying. Good girl. Good. Okay, free. Good. And when you release her, you want to make sure that she's calm and back behind that threshold and she's not trying to like push through or barrel through you or through the door. She needs to have some of that impulse control and patience before you free her. So she learns that she has to be calm in order to come through to be with you. Now for leash walking, she's not allowed to drag me down the street. She should be right here next to me, should have a nice loose leash. And if she does start to pull, I simply am going to tell her no. Give her a quick leash pop back. Good. To get her back into position. And then she's good to be right here. Good girl. Nope. Let's go. Good.
Point out that you want to stop when you get the leash pop too.
Good. Now also, when you give that leash pop, you want to stop so that you can get her back next to you. Good. Instead of her learning, oh, even if there's a leash pop, we still get to continue forward, going to see what she wants to see. The other thing you can do is if she starts to pull forward, simply just turn around and go the opposite direction so that she also learns, oh, I can't go towards that thing if I'm pulling. It's actually going to end up going away from me. Finnlie, let's go. Good. Good girl. Nope, let's go. Good. And when you make that turn, you can give her a leash pop to get her to come back with you, especially if she's not paying attention. Finnlie, let's go. Good. Good girl. Wait. Good. So then if I want to stop and talk to the neighbor or something after I've been walking her while I'm walking her, I'm simply going to stop and tell her wait, and she has to stay behind me. So me is then the threshold. She's not allowed to continue forward until I release her. If you want to let her say hi to the neighbors while you're talking to them, again, she's not allowed to jump, but you can simply tell her, okay, free, go say hi, and then she's allowed to approach them and say hello. If she starts getting super jumpy with them and overwhelmed, then you're simply just going to call her back to you. Finnlie, come. And get her back in that let's go position. Wait. And then have her wait again. Good. Let's go. Good girl. Finnlie, let's go. No. Good. Let's go. Good girl. No. Good. And she is allowed to look around while I'm walking her. Come on, let's go. But she's just not allowed to like pull me towards things. Come on, let's go. Good. And some things too, like she can get a little bit spooky with. So if she does get spooky and she, you know, gets out of that let's go position because she's uncomfortable, like that's okay. But you don't want to feed into it and be like, oh my gosh, Finnlie, you're okay. Like, it's fine. Just keep walking. Just come on, let's go. Good girl. And be more confident because then she's not going to think it's as big of a deal. Let's go. Good. Good girl. And then also too, if she is walking next to you, Finnlie, let's go. You want to make sure that you reward her as well, Finnlie, for being next to you and not pulling. Finnlie, let's go. Good. So I reward with my left hand. Good. Yes. So she learns that that's a good, nope, that's a good spot to be. Good. Yes. Good girl. Finnlie, yes. Good. Finnlie, let's go. Good. Good, yes. Wait. Super, good girl. Free. So if she decides that she wants to take off and chase something, like we've got a group of birds over here, what you're gonna do is you're gonna call her back to you and you're gonna say her name and then come. Finnlie, come. Yes, good girl. As soon as she turns to come back to you, you're gonna mark with yes so that she knows she made the right choice. And then she has to come all the way to you and stay with you until you free her. So, Finnlie, Finnlie, good, okay, free. So simply all I'm gonna do when I'm ready to release her is I just say, okay, free, and I use my hands, my body language to get her to kind of move on. Okay, free, good, go. So she's a little bit focused on the birds. Finnlie, come. Yes, good girl. So if you've noticed that she's focused on something, before she has that desire and drive to take off after it, you can recall her ahead of time. So if you see her starting to focus on a bird and you think she might go after it, that's a really good time to just call her to you to get her to disengage from it. Before then, you're trying to call her once she's already chasing it. Okay, Free, good. And it's really important too to make sure that you reward her when she comes to you so that she knows that you are going to be more exciting and more rewarding than whatever it is she's interested in out in the world. Girl. Ready? Go get it. Good. Finnlie, come. Yes, good girl. No. Finnlie, come. Good. Yes. And if she comes towards you and then she runs past you, you can just tell her no and then call her again to get her to come back to you. Finnlie, good. Good girl. Okay, Free. Now, if she doesn't come to you, what you can do is simply on the e-collar, you'll call her, say no. If she doesn't come, tap once and then call her again. Finnlie, come. No. Come. Yes, good girl. And you want to make sure too that before you tap that button, you tell her no, because we want her to understand that she made the wrong decision and she's not doing what you asked. Okay, Free.
What's she doing? What's she doing? What's she doing?
Finnlie, come. Yes, good girl. Good. Finnlie, no, leave it. So if she starts grabbing something she's not supposed to have, again, you can use the e-collar and you're going to tell her, Finnlie, leave it. No. Tap once. Good. No, leave it. Yes, good girl. And then once she leaves it alone, no. Good. Then you can reward her with food for leaving it and then grab whatever it is that she has. Good. Ready? Go get it. Finnlie, leave it. No. Good. So there I just said no. I didn't even have to use the e-collar and she dropped it. Okay, get it. Go get it. Good girl. Finnlie, leave it. Yes, good girl. Okay, Free. So for place bed, when you send her to the bed, you want to say her name first. You want to be close enough to it so that she understands where she's supposed to be going. And you're going to say place and point to it. So Finnlie, place. Yes, good girl. Once she has all 4 feet on, you can mark yes. Then you can reward her. And she has to stay there until you release her. So she can sit, she can lay down, she can get up and turn around, but all 4 feet have to be on there. And she has to be calm in order to be released. So if she's jumping at the edge and super excited and, barking, whining, all of that, that's not going to get her released. Sitting here nicely like this, not really giving a care about much of anything else, that's what's going to get her released. So then you're just going to go up, you're simply going to tap her on the top of the head, and you're going to say, okay, Free. Okay, Free. Good. Finnlie, place. Yes, good girl. One thing you can do as well, so if she's on that place bed and you're working on keeping her there and maintaining duration, you can simply walk past, toss a couple treats onto the bed, and then keep going. So that way she understands too that she's going to get rewarded for staying on there. Now if she tries to get off, what I'm going to do is, because she has a leash on, Finnlie, good, no. I'm going to tell her no. I'm going to take the leash, guide her back, and use my body to also get her to move back in some of that spatial pressure. So when she's on the place bed though, you want to make sure that people are not no. Finnlie, place. Good. You want to make sure that people are not trying to encourage her off or really bugging her. The place is a spot where she's supposed to be calm with not much, distraction, essentially. So the grandkids shouldn't be coming over and going, oh, Finnlie, that sort of thing. But for the purpose of this, I'm trying to entice her to get off so that you understand how to correct her to get back on if she does. Finnlie, Good. Good. No. Place. Good girl. So there, I just used my body to get her to go back on. Now, once she goes back on, you don't want to reward her with food right away because you don't want her to think, oh, I can get off and get back on so that she can get food. She's a lab. She loves food. She's going to figure the game out pretty quickly if you start to do that. So you want to make sure that she just waits there a little bit longer before you give her any sort of food reward. Good. Okay, free. Good girl. Okay, good. Finnlie, place. Good girl. Super. Okay, free. Nice. Good. Okay. So for loading her in the car, you can put some food up here first just so that when she gets up, she's rewarded immediately. And then what you're gonna do is you wanna let her get kind of a little bit of a running start. Not running, but just movement. Finnlie, load up. Good girl. And I tell her load up when she's gonna go get into the car so that she knows that she's gonna have to jump up and get in, and that's an okay time for her to jump. Now, once she's in the car, she needs to wait there until you tell her okay, free, and then she's allowed to get out. Finnlie, okay, free. Good. Ready? Load up. Yeah, good girl, mamas. No. Nope. So there, she wanted to just immediately jump down. I tell her no, and I just use the leash to get her to back up. And I'm gonna tell her, wait. Good. And then she's gonna wait there. Good girl. Okay, free. Nice. Ready? Load up. Good girl. Good job. Finnlie. Okay, free. Okay, free. Good girl. Nice.